In this video, we're going to talk about how to make more money in 2024. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. So how do you make more money in 2024? How do you make more money online than you did last year? So that's what this video is going to be all about. And if you don't know my story, when I first came online, which was many, many moons ago, the first thing I did is I started doing videos. I did what most people did back then when they came online, at least the people that I knew. I went online, created my first YouTube account. This was like 2006. Created my first YouTube account, and I bought a camera, and I started doing videos of me educating people on what I was into at the time. And I didn't really understand what I was doing or necessarily knew what I was doing. But I knew I had to get started. So shortly after that, I met this young woman, and I got introduced to this guy that was a multi-millionaire, turned out. And I went to a conference that he was having, and I learned a lot at the conference, met some people, made relationships with some people. And within 12 to 16 months, I made over $100,000. That's what I did. Yeah, I made over $100,000. That was the most, at the time, that was the most amount of money I ever made in my life. But the thing is, it didn't seem like it. It didn't seem like I made over $100,000 because at the time, I was partying, I was going out of town a lot. So I was spending a lot of money. I was spending more money than I would normally spend. I'd say it like that. So that money went fast. The quicker it came in, the faster it went out. And plus back then I was a single guy, wasn't married, had no kids, anything, not much responsibilities. So the quicker it came in, the faster it went out. Now the thing is, back then there wasn't a whole lot of people doing videos. There wasn't a whole lot of people on YouTube. YouTube today wasn't what it was. It wasn't what it is. Back in the day, wasn't like that. Not compared to today, right? There wasn't a whole lot of people doing videos. As a matter of fact, if you would have told somebody that you were on YouTube and you were doing videos, or you're on MySpace or Facebook, people would kind of look at you, stare at you, and like you were some kind of weirdo.
You what?
Back in the day. That's how many. It was there wasn't a lot of people like that. As a matter of fact, I didn't know anybody that were recording videos and uploading them to any website at the time. It was rare. In order for you to actually meet someone that was doing any sort of videos, you had to go to a conference, or you would, maybe you form a little relationships online or whatever. But as far as like people at your job, the neighbor, you might meet someone at the store, at Walmart or Target or something. You might see some today. Doing videos is so common. I can go to Target or Walmart right now, and some guy or gal might be walking around holding his camera up in the air and recording at the same time. Or I might see somebody in their car at the red light doing a video and driving at the same time. It's so common today, but 15 years ago, not so much. People will stare at you like, oh, you're a fucking weirdo, something like that, right? So it's interesting to see how times have passed. But back then, it was very little people. Today, it's a lot of people online. I don't even know the number. It's millions of people with active YouTube accounts. There's videos are starting to be a big thing even on Facebook now, and there's still a lot of other video websites that's still out. So videos is a big deal, and everybody and their mama is talking about starting a channel or talking about recording videos and uploading to some social media website. Now, with all this happening, with all of these people coming online, how do you make more money? How do you stick out? That's the thing. Now, back in the day, and this still works to this day. Now, it's easy for anybody to get good on camera, to get good doing videos, to get good walking and talking and recording yourself, or having interviews with somebody, doing a collab with somebody that you might know. That's easy to do that. But let me tell you what I did after I got good with videos, because I actually enjoy doing videos. But what I did is I started to write. Yeah. I started blogging. I started a blog at the time, and I actually got good at it. I had a lot of followers. I had over 100,000 followers. I lost count. I stopped counting after a while. Unfortunately, that blog got hacked. That's how you know you have a lot of followers. Because when you get hacked, when your account get hacked, when your website get hacked, that's how you know you have a lot of followers. That's it. Because no one hacks someone at the bottom. People hate up, not down. My father used to tell me that all the time. So when you start getting a lot of readers, views, you have to up your security on your website or your blog, because you're gonna unfortunately you're going to attract the vultures, the haters, the hackers, etc. That just comes with the territory. So you're gonna have to do your best you can to make sure your website or any form of content that you own has some sort of security feature on it. That's what I would say. Now at the time I didn't know this, so when I got hacked, that was pretty much the end of that website. I didn't back anything up, any of that. I lost everything, had to start all over again. So if you follow my website today, which is my name, this is a brand new website. This is not the same website that I had 10, 15 years ago or when I got started. So I started to write, I started blogging, and once I got good at it, comfortable with it, I actually like writing today. Writing is something that I do every week, all the time. And people like what I have to say. And it's not necessarily on a certain type of niche or a certain type of topic, but people like what I have to say. I noticed that, right? So what I did is not only did I started a blog, and write on my website, I took it to the next level. I actually wrote a book. Not one book, not two books, but 3 books. I wrote 3 books, and 2 of them was on relationships, and one of them is just on personal development, which is right behind me, Boss Life Secrets. It's a book basically all about personal development, trying to be the best guy you can be, best human being you can be, and live a much more prosperous life. So now you have to, you might say, well, why would you write a book? Why would you want to write a book? Well, the reason why I started to write, because most people can't write. Most people are not going to write and they're not even going to learn how to write, even if they can't write. You know why? Because it takes too much discipline to learn how to write. Anybody can speak, do videos. Anybody can learn to do that rather quickly, because everyone can speak. You speak at school. You speak to your parents. You speak on the telephone. You speak at the grocery store. You speak on your job. You speak to your friends. Anyone can speak. Anyone can do that. But when it comes to writing, that's a different story. So I took it to the next level. I started to write, and I started to publish 3 books. I did that because that helps me stick out. I become like the authority in my area of expertise, and that gives me leverage. Most people are not going to do that, So I'm ahead of 90% of people in any given profession, niche, any area of expertise. I'm ahead of 90% of the people. And you will too, if you choose to write. And I'm not saying you should start to write and publish a book right away. No. It took me about 5 years after I came online to publish my first book. It didn't happen overnight, but once I published my second book, my income spiked. It went up. I made more money than I ever made in my life. And the books create opportunities by default. And like, I don't really have to do anything. People will ask, hey, you got any books? Yeah, I got 3 of them. Like, oh, okay. And in some certain cases, I sent my books to people kind of like I used it kind of like a business card. So instead of sending a business card to somebody, instead of sending a business card like this to somebody, I would send my book in the mail. Or if I have a book with me out in public, I would just give it to them, to whoever the person is, instead of a business card. You know why? Because people usually throw business cards away. They throw it on the desk, throw it on the table, and let it sit there. But a book that's like a physical book like this, people are not going to throw away. People are not going to throw it away. It's going to be hard, even if they sit it on the table at home, it's going to be hard to throw it in the trash. They'll be like, oh, I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna flip through it a couple pages or whatever. And they might put it back down for a couple days, a couple months, and they'll pick it up again. But it's there. It's a physical specimen, physical copy. They're not going to do that with a business card. It's easy to throw this way. You can throw this in the trash like people throw anything away. So regardless of your area of expertise, your profession, your job, online, you always, how you stick out, your income is predicated upon how you stick out within the marketplace. That's what I would say. That's how you're gonna make more money. That's how you're gonna create more opportunities for yourself. That's how, if you wanna go along, get along, and hang out with everybody all the time and just kind of blend in, that's not the way to go in a crowded market. That's the employee way of thinking. If you're on your job, yeah, that's probably a good strategy. But if you're outside your job, online, in a completely different environment, in a completely different space where nobody knows you, you're going to have to stick out if you want to make more money. That's what it is. I don't make the rules. I just find ways to make the best of them. So, this is not my opinion. This is just what it is. This has been proven to be true, scientifically proven to be true since the beginning of humankind. So, share this video. Tell me what you think below. Let me know if this helped you. If you have any questions, need any help, click the link below, go to my website, or just send me an email at support@kingofcashflowwebsites.com. So that's all I got. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it real. Give them something, they give them something, they give them something, they feel. If they're tired of being stressed out, I've been depressed